Unfortunately, due to, in many cases, economic challenges, companies are not proactively investing in cybersecurity. And I get it. Make payroll or spend money on cybersecurity.
Mm.
And so there's this mindset of good enough cybersecurity. We haven't been hacked, nothing's happened. So let's even decrease what we're spending there because we're good. I literally had a customer. We were at the RSA conference. One of my customers, longtime customers across, a couple companies, this company and my previous company, they've been a customer. So I'm talking to him and having happy hour with one of my other friends that used to work and lead my incident response team. Now he's a ransomware recovery expert. And so we're sitting there talking, and he says, wow, that's the third ransomware I've gotten, in the last 3 days.
Wow.
It's going crazy. My customer says, is that still happening? What?
Yeah.
Really? And he's like, what are you talking about? We had our best year yet at ransomware attacks, best financially, but bad for the industry. So here's what's happening. Let's talk about the void again here. You have companies that haven't been breached, and whether they have great cybersecurity in their Cybertar customer, or they just been lucky and they don't want to spend the money on it. So they're not spending money on cybersecurity because, again, back to economic times, they're not spending money. But when you have the number of successful breaches at all-time highs, meaning 149% increase of ransomware attacks just in the last year, just be clear on what ransomware actually is. I think people think old school malware, clicked on it and encrypted my system. What hackers are doing today is not just that, but ransomware is a hack. So they're hacking in first, strategically placing ransomware, understanding how much insurance you may have, and then setting the ransom at that amount. Let's talk about double extortion ransomware, stealing your customer data, okay, and then threatening to say, hey, I'm gonna release your customer data to these 5 customers if you don't pay. If that's not enough, they take over your company, meaning take over credentials for all of your cloud accounts and all your critical accounts, and they're admin on everything. So if you want your company back, that's triple extortion ransomware, then that's the cost you have to pay. The goal is for you to pay that ransom. And so those scenarios are increasing, and the cost that companies are spending on cybersecurity is still decreasing because of economic challenges. So there's a huge void where hackers have a really sweet spot right now. People spending less on cybersecurity, and the hackers are more successful at the hacks.